Okay, I just did something I don't understand. I think I'm screen sharing, but I'm not totally sure.
Yes, yes, it is screen sharing. Have it, you can monitor it on the little icon here. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Ratanataya. How is my sound? You all hear me? Yes? Okay,
A little bit of nodding.
I see some nodding. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are in the world. Welcome to all. Happy to have this group here together for the celebration of Dhammadharini's 20th anniversary. This is our second celebration. Last weekend, we had a wonderful in-person gathering here in this sala. And we're going to share with you a little bit from that gathering, as well as sharing with you today about the history of Dhammadharini. This is part one of our online anniversary event this morning in California, and we'll have another one this evening in California, hoping that we can gather all our friends from around the world, all our international time zones, everyone celebrating together what really is a global community, many people coming together for Dhammadharini over the past 20 years. So I am Bhikkhuni Kachayana, and happy to be your host today. I'm here together with Bhikkhuni Tavira,
his co-host,
and
tech support,
and others joining us online and by video. And happy to see so many of you there. My respects to all the venerables here. Let's see, we have Bhikkhuni Dhammadina, I have Brahmavara, Venerable Dhamma Vihari, Cluster City Sampano, I think that's Venerable Tisarani, and all other friends.
And
Ayyā Palanyani, excuse me. Respectful greetings to all the venerables. Welcome.
Greetings to you too.
So, Dhammadharini was founded in 2005 in Fremont, California, on the August full moon. So we're just 1 week past the August full moon this year. 1 week past the lunar anniversary of Dhammadharini's founding in 2005. And we wanted to start today with a little bit of the history of Dhammadharini. We have a slideshow for you. We also have a special documentary film about the current situation of Dhammadharini. We had a filmmaker come to be with us just at the start of this Vasa and share about what's going on with us here and now. We also want to share with you some highlights from our anniversary event, in-person anniversary event last weekend. And then we'd like to hear after that from you. Any sharing, anything about what Dhammadharini has meant to you over the past 20 years. We're going to open it up for that. So that's an overview of our program. And I'd like to start just by introductions to the history of Dhammadharini. I know all of you are here because you have some connection, and so some of you may have been here from the beginning, some of you more recent, but I want to give you an overview of the whole thing, the 20 years. Briefly, we had a lot of difficulty choosing just 1 or 2 photos from each year of Dhammadharini. So this will probably not cover everything. We're going to miss some important points, but let's start.
Trying to not let the slideshow take up the whole program, but also many years there were just many important things that happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, all right, see that? Yes. All right, so 20 years of Dhammadharini in pictures. So, Dhammadharini was, as I said, founded in 2005 in Fremont, California. And for that first Vasa, we had just 2 bhikkhunis, Ayyā Tathālokā and Ayyā Sucinta, joined together for the first Vasa in 2005. This is a photo from the opening blessings of the first Dhammadharini Vihara, the little rented apartment among the train tracks in Fremont. And you know, I see this photo and I think, oh, that Buddha Rupa, oh, those tables and candlesticks. I recognize all of those.
You still have all of
they're
those.
still in daily use with us here at Dhammadharini Monastery today. So, you know, wonderful continuity of both people and even the physical objects carrying forward all the generosity. Whoever offered those tables, Anumodana. I believe those came from Wat Buddhanason, that's my understanding. So this was the humble beginnings of Dhammadharini. And here's a photo from the first alms round in Fremont in 2005. Ayyā Tathālokā and Ayyā Sucinta. And Ayyā Sucinta has very kindly shared a little video with us about her experience on the alms round at that time, which I'm going to share with you now. Not sure if the sound is going to work. Let's find out. Just a moment. Okay, not working. Just a moment. Let's share. Sorry, just a moment. I'm sorry. I thought I had this all queued up. Let me try again.
Dhamma greetings from Norway, where I'm currently spending the Vasa. And congratulations on 20 years of Dhammadharini Bhikkhuni Monastery. Just recently I came across a text that I wrote years back in Australia. It's called Sanghamita's Western Branch, and I realized that actually the introduction is about an alms round in Fremont, where Dhammadharini started. So I want to read out these 2 paragraphs. An alms round in a Western country like California is not quite the same as an alms round in Sri Lanka. Hard to imagine in Fremont, California, for example, walking quietly, eyes downcast as we approach streets, houses, shops, churches. We say hi to people we meet. We wave to our little 5-year-old friends and have a little chat with them over the fence as we pass the courtyard of their school. People tell us about their problems, ask us to visit their mother with Alzheimer's disease, the old father who was in Thailand in the good old days, a sister grown old and senile, hard to take care of, a friend who is seriously ill, a wife who is lonely. Our friends do not necessarily call themselves Buddhist. Maybe they are Christians following Jesus with a good heart, not wanting nuns go hungry, or having experienced some spiritual practices of the Native Americans, just curious. What's in your pot today? Asked the owner of a store on Niles Boulevard when we came along at the end of our alms round. Often he kept some apples or cookies for the 2 bhikkhunis to make sure that our bowls would contain more than pristine emptiness, although he knew that there was a deva at the vihara preparing lunch for us. He liked to ask us all kinds of questions, sometimes slightly provocative. Why we don't work, why we don't handle money, why we don't cook, why we don't eat afternoon. In our traditional Theravada robes, carrying alms bowls, we blend in with the Niles Boulevard environment of antique stores, Harley-Davidson motorcycle club, and Charlie Chaplin images to remind you that this is Little Hollywood, the birthplace of silent movies. We look similarly exciting, seem to have reappeared from ancient times, if not escaped from an unknown planet. So, wishing you happy celebration and goodbye.
All right. So appreciation to Ayyā Sucinta for that sharing. It just gives a really good flavor of what it was like back at the beginning with the alms round. And even, our alms zones today are not so different from that. We'll have some more photos of that later. Right, so that's the first alms round in Fremont in 2005.
Dhamma greetings from Norway.
Carrying on with the slideshow, we had Anagarika precepts at the Dhammadharini Vihara in 2006. This is Anagarika Suvijana receiving her Anagarika precepts. This was the second Anagarika. An invitation to Spirit Rock in 2005. For many people, this was the first time to see 3 bhikkhunis together in NorCal. So a lot of people remembered and appreciated this photo, just even to see not just 2, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 together. And also when they were together with the Bhikkhuni Sangha at Spirit Rock at this time. Again, humble beginnings here, but growing a little bit. In 2007, Ayyā Tathālokā attended the first Global Congress on Buddhist Women in Hamburg, Germany. And so these international connections, this is an amazing photo we have here from left to right. We have Ayyā Gunasari, Ayyā Sudhamma, Jetsunma Tenzin Palmo, Ayyā Tathālokā, and Ayyā Dhammadina of Thailand. It's very amazing, powerful bhikkhunis, all of them. And so it's an amazing photo to have them together there. Also in 2007, more connections among Bhikkhuni Sangha in the US. This was the first Bhikkhuni Patimokkha recitation in North America at Charlotte Buddhist Vihara, which Ayyā Tathālokā attended, organized by Ayyā Sudhamma there. Also, we see Ayyā Sopana is here. She had not yet joined Dhammadharini, but was joining in these larger Bhikkhuni Sangha events. Also in 2007, growing connection or beginnings of connection with our Jill. What to say about Jill? She's the one who's offered the gift of use of the land at Aranya Bodhi Hermitage. And this was an early meeting with her, with Ayyā Tathālokā, having her first retreat on the land in 2007. And then that led on to the offering of the gift of the use of land in 2008. Here we have Bhante Gunaratana and Ajahn Pasano. They were invited, Jill invited them to come together with Ayyā Tathālokā also, and to walk the land at Aranya Bodhi before it was offered, and to give their blessings for its founding. So this is them on that day. This was also the day on which the name of the hermitage was given, Aranya Bodhi. So appreciation to them for their guidance and support from the beginning of Aranya Bodhi. Also in 2008, then Ayyā Tathālokā went to India, to lead the Buddha Vision Bhikkhuni training for the Indian Bhikkhunis in Bodh Gaya. And this photo is from before the training actually started. They ran into each other by surprise at the Mahabodhi temple. So this is the greetings with the Indian Bhikkhuni Sangha before the training in the Mahabodhi temple complex.
It's been a long aspiration of Ayyā Tathālokā to support the Indian Bhikkhuni Sangha, and this is continuing up to now, where we have 2 Indian Bhikkhunis with us for Vasa.
Yes.
Very much a continuation of what she was starting back in 2008.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Further travels in 2008. This was after India, going to Australia, to Santi Forest Monastery for an international Bhikkhuni seminar there. At that time, there were not Theravada Bhikkhunis in Australia, but this seminar was to, learn about the possibilities, consider the possibilities. I think opportunity for the, I guess they were Silatara at Santi Forest to ask their questions. So we have Ayyā Tathālokā here, we have Ayyā Sopana here, and some other faces also you might recognize. On that same trip to Australia, then they had the first Bhikkhuni Patimokkha recitation in Australia at Sanghamitra Rama. Ayyā Suchinta, I think, is here. That's her, right? Yes. Then back to California. In 2009, there was the second Bhikkhuni campout at the Hermitage. And this one had the Korwat Vinaya training offered by Ajahn Chandiko in the teepee here before anything was built. They were just all in tents, camping out, and had this wonderful training, though, offered by Ajahn Chandiko. In 2009, then back to Australia for the first Bhikkhuni ordination there, sort of growing out of the International Bhikkhuni Seminar the year before, then deciding to go ahead with this ordination at Dhammasara in 2009, ordaining the first 4 Theravada Bhikkhunis in Australia. And we have some familiar faces. We have Ayyā Tathālokā, we have Ayyā Sucinta, we have Ayyā Sopana. Others you may also know, Ayyā Santini, who I think we'll see a little bit more from this later today.
Ayyā Satima was still alive.
More, after that one ordination, then there were more invitations, more ordinations, many places. This one is on a visit to Thailand, to Nirotarang in May 2010. This Ayyā Tathālokā offered seminary ordination to 6 candidates there. And then later in 2010, back in California in the new yurt at Aranya Bodhi, the first dual Sangha all Theravada Bhikkhuni ordination in North America. So 4 candidates ordained then, and at least one of them I think is on the call with us. I have Palanyani I saw earlier, so I will hope to hear from you in a bit, Ayyā. Yurt also provided a venue for the first Bhikkhuni Sangha Katina at Aranya Bodhi. And here also we see some faces we'll be seeing again and again. There's Lal in the middle. He's up to this day is the Dana coordinator for Dhammadharini community. We also see Dom in the back there. He is currently the Dhammadharini Support Foundation treasurer. So many friends coming for a long time with appreciation. We're happy to see these photos. In 2011, another ordination, this one at Spirit Rock. This was the ordination for Ayyā Anandabodhi, Ayyā Santacita, and Ayyā Nimala, together at Spirit Rock with Ayyā Tathālokā serving as preceptor and other Dhammadharini Bhikkhunis also supporting. In 2012, the arrival of the stupa at Aranya Bodhi. And we see here now Bhikkhunis, Ayyā Anandabodhi and Ayyā Santacita joining in for that, along with Dhammadharini Bhikkhunis, putting the stupa together on the hillside there at Aranya Bodhi. Know that the growth and development of Aranya Bodhi was supported by many friends. So we have one volunteer group here. There was one of many. I know that a lot of people were coming and putting their hands together to do things like building new tent platforms. So in 2012, this tent platform. Also in 2012, there was another return to Australia, to Dhammasara for the second Bhikkhuni ordination in Australia. Once again with Ayyā Tathālokā, Ayyā Sobana joining, and some others who may be familiar. Back at Aranya Bodhi, then some international Bhikkhunis joining together, inaugurating a homemade tent platform in the sunny spot at Aranya Bodhi. So both Dhammadharini Bhikkhunis traveling around the world and others coming to join us here at Aranya Bodhi. In 2013, then there was the opening of the temporary Dhammadharini Vihara at Grange Road in Santa Rosa. So here we have opening blessings of that. And I think that's Udana. Udana, you're on the call with us. So happy to see you. Happy to have this memory of you from this time. So opening blessings of the temporary Vihara in Santa Rosa, which was a basis for community and practice for a few years there. Meanwhile, a third Bhikkhuni camp at Aranya Bodhi, larger group of Bhikkhunis joining together. We have Ayyā Anandabodhi here.
Come a long way from when it was rare to see 3 Bhikkhunis together in California.
Yes. Here we have what, 9 for the whole camp. That's growing. And then with these growing connections, then also seeing Bhikkhuni communities, other Bhikkhuni communities growing up in Northern California. So this was the first Bhikkhuni ordination at Aloka Vihara in 2014, with some Dhammadharini Bhikkhunis joining in, of course, invited and hosted by those at Aloka Vihara. And just again, the continuing Bhikkhuni Sangha growth is amazing here to see that long line. We had ongoing alms round. This is our Sebastopol alms round that was organized for a number of years by our friend Corina, very faithfully. Continuing that tradition as Ayyā Sucinta had told us about earlier. Also in 2015, then Ajahn Brahm came to the Bay Area and offered a benefit teaching tour towards the purchase of a new monastery. Not the temporary vihara, but the new place. So this is Ajahn Brahm at Wat Godanasorn in 2015. We also see Ayyā Sobana there. And then in 2016, this came to fruition, Dhammadharini Support Foundation's purchase of Dhammadharini Monastery in Pengrove, which is where we're broadcasting to you from right now. It's been a wonderful space, wonderful growth and development. So there are the opening blessings of the monastery. And let's see, we see some familiar faces both among the bhikkhus and the bhikkhunis here. We have, let's see, Bhante Rahula, Bhante Sila Wimala, Longpor Mahaprasad, Longpor Pasano on the bhikkhu side. So Anumodana for their presence at this time. On the bhikkhuni side, we have Ayyā Sudhamma visiting, we have Ayyā Sobana, a few others there. A beautiful Bhikkhuni Sangha event, the foundation of this monastery. The monastery then became a good venue for Katina. Here we have, again, lifting the cloth. Lal is here again. We're at our first Katina at Dhammadharini Monastery. Also the venue for the first Bhikkhuni ordination at Dhammadharini Monastery in 2017. This is the ordination of Ayyā Anuruddha from Satisaraniya Hermitage in Canada, and also our own Ayyā Niyanika. Meanwhile, for several years in 2017, 2018, and 2019, Ayyā Tathālokā visited Sri Lanka each year, visiting ancient Bhikkhuni sites there. Here she is in Anuradhapura, paying respects to I think this is the Sanghamita stupa. Is that, you know?
I'm not sure.
One of the stupas of the ancient Bhikkhuni Arahantas yeah, I think it's the Sanghamita stupa in Anuradhapura. In 2018, back at the monastery, we had a wonderful visit from Jetsun Ma Tenzin Palmo, last seen in our photo from 2007 at the Hamburg conference. It was very wonderful to have her join us, just briefly, but it was a memorable visit. I was there at that time. Later in 2018, then pilgrimage and teaching invitations, traveling to the Chadumati Stupa in Kathmandu, Nepal. I traveled together with Ayyā Tathālokā, Ayyā Jayati, to India and Nepal at that time for, again, tracking down some ancient Bhikkhuni Arahants. Well, maybe not Arahants, we're not sure about Chadumati. Chadumati was another daughter of Emperor Ashoka who went to Nepal and founded a monastery there and became a Bhikkhuni.
Sister of Sanghamita.
Sister of Sanghamita, yes. So following her to Nepal. Then just after that, Ayyā Tathālokā went to another ordination, the International Bhikkhuni ordination in Bodh Gaya in January 2019. So this is with many, many bhikkhunis around the world. And we have Ayyā Tathālokā here among with the other Teris, Mahateri bhikkhunis, offering ordination for many candidates. This was the first international bhikkhuni ordination in Bodh Gaya. There was a second one in 2022 that some of the bhikkhunis currently with us were ordained at. So this is a wonderful international event. 2019 also saw the publication of Let the Light Shine, Reflections from Theravada Bhikkhunis, and also of the Bhikkhuni Patimokkha 4th edition, 2 books both edited by Ayyā Tathālokā and with some assistance from others here. And so
was it Ayyā Nimala who did a lot of work
Ayyā
on
Nimala did a lot of work on the Bhikkhuni Patimokkha. Let the Light Shine. I was part of that. Were you part of that? No,
just
I
before
think
I came.
Yeah, I think Ayyā Soma was here with us. I remember some sessions sitting together with Ayyā Soma and Ayyā Tathālokā working on this Let the Light Shine book. And then also in 2019, we had a return visit from Ajahn Brahm. He was coming for the Global Conference on Buddhism. And here he is visiting Dhammadharini Monastery, which his teaching tour had helped to support the foundation of. And he's looking at the Let the Light Shine book. So all of that coming together here. Here's Katina at Dhammadharini Monastery in 2019. Many friends gathered. In late 2019, early 2020 winter, then important developments for the Cambodian Bhikkhuni Sangha. This was our first international Bhikkhuni Dhamma Yatra in Cambodia. Ayyā Tathālokā joined. Also, we have here Ayyā Santini of Indonesia. And our first Cambodian Bhikkhuni, Ayyā Metta Jivi. And then Samaneri Saddha Jivi, now Bhikkhuni Dhammanusari. And both of them are with us here for this Vasa now. Also, this Anagarika, she shaved her head during that trip and is now also a Bhikkhuni with us here at Dhammadharini for this Vasa. So
I wonder if the photographer might have been Alai Uch.
Might have been.
Who's now here with us as a seminary.
Yes, so this was an important time of connection for this group that and beginnings of this important initiative that Dhammadharini has been doing the past few years of supporting the Cambodian Bhikkhuni Sangha growth revival. And so that trip also included the first Bhikkhuni Patimokkha recitation in Cambodia, at least in contemporary times, in Battambang, Cambodia in December 2019. You know, 2020, we were all being more quiet because of COVID, but here we are. We did get out to visit Abhayagiri and pay our respects to Longpo Pasano here. In 2021, another ordination, this time at Aranya Bodhi. This was my ordination, along with Venerable Tisadani, my ordination sister, who is, I think, also here on the call with us, and we'll hear a little bit from her later. Also, our 2 other sisters, Ayya Brahmavara, also here. So we're having a little reunion, only missing Anuvidita. Venerable Anuvidita ordained together at Aranya Bodhi in the yurt in 2021. Here are some old friends joining for that event. We have Jill, we have Lal, we have friends Susie and Shirley and Numpet. So these ones who have been with us all along, happy to see them. In 2022, we established the new Sima at this sala, the one that we're in right now. We established a Sima on one day, and then the following day, we had a Bhikkhuni ordination here, the first Bhikkhuni ordination at the new Sala Sima in 2022 for Bhikkhuni Dhammanusari and Bhikkhuni Dhammawara. The new Sala also became a wonderful venue for Katina that year, outside, as well as for the Ayyā Tathālokā's 25th anniversary of Bhikkhuni Upasampada in 2022. We had an event here. Longpo Pasano also joined for that. Another happy memory, brief visit from Bhikkhu Bodhi in 2023. And we were happy to be able to go to Wat Bhutanaswaran to celebrate their 40th anniversary in 2023. Again, with a number of bhikkhunis together from Northern California, Southern California, as well as so much of the Bhikkhu Sangha. In 2023, further developments for the Cambodian Bhikkhuni Sangha. We had hoped to bring them together earlier, but were delayed a bit because of COVID. But then in 2023, we had the entire Cambodian Bhikkhuni Sangha in the world together here at Aranyabodhi for the Vasa. So at that time, and still there were 4. So Ayyā Tathālokā, Ayyā Tathālokā, Venerable Dhammanusari, and Venerable Jutindara, 3 of whom were in that earlier photo that we showed you from Cambodia.
And 3 of whom are here now.
And yes, 3 of whom are with us for this Vasa also. And all of us joined together and had an amazing Katina at Aranyabodhi in 2023. Beautiful decorations were largely by our Cambodian Bhikkhuni Sangha. Also in 2023, we celebrated Ayyā Sopana's 75th birthday and her 20 years in monastic life since her seminary Papaja. In 2024, we had a change of era, handing over from our previous Dhammadharini Support Foundation Board President, Susie, to our new and current one, Supatra, passing the torch, passing the baton.
Just acknowledging that in preparing these photos, it's been very focused on the monastics and maybe not enough on recognizing the just completely invaluable contributions of the Support Foundation. So we had, anyway, just a fact of trying to fit in too many events and not enough space, but just really appreciating the Support Foundation that makes everything that we do possible.
Yes. And this was a very beautiful moment, and appreciating the service of both of these women very much. 2024, another ordination at Aranyabodhi in the temporary Creekstone Sima, at the creek, so Venerable Tavira, Hima Bhikkhuni at that time. Wonderful Katina celebration at the monastery in 2024. Another milestone for our Cambodian Bhikkhuni Sangha, seminary ordination at our local Cambodian temple, Wat Mangalawarn in Santa Rosa. Our longtime friend, Dr. Malai Uch, became seminary Arya Dhammajivi with the abbot of Wat Mangalawarn serving as her preceptor. So this is the first time for the Cambodian bhikkhu to offer the seminary ordination for a seminary. And she is now, we're very happy to have her now staying with us here with Dhammadharini, with Ayyā Tathālokā as her mentor and teacher, and with regular visits to Wat Mangalawarn to see her preceptor also. And now coming to this Vasa, we have an amazing group of international bhikkhunis together. We're still going on alms round. Here we are on alms round in Petaluma just a few weeks ago. And then celebrating the anniversary. Last Saturday, we gathered under the Nikini Poya full moon for the first part of our 20th anniversary gathering in person. And we'll have some more highlights from that for you later. And here's the morning after, just so you can see how many were gathered. Again, going from 1 or 2 to 3 up to such a large group.
There's actually 2 bhikkhunis who weren't in that picture, but who are here with us.
Yes, we were missing 2 bhikkhunis, and still how many there are. So this is our current Sangha, at least most of it, for those who are gathered together for the anniversary. And that is the brief version of the history. Let me stop sharing. So hopefully that sparked some memories, and a little bit later we'll invite you all to share what might have come to your mind and heart watching all of that. But before that, I want to, next up is we have we have a video to show you. This is a beautiful documentary film that was made at the start of this Vasa. A few years ago, we had our friend Kun Wan. She's a documentary filmmaker formerly working for Voice of America, who was doing a project for Voice of America on Bhikkhuni Sangha, Bhikkhuni ordination revival around the world. And she visited us among other Bhikkhunis communities and to make that documentary several years ago. I guess it was 2021. And then this year, for our Dhammadharini's anniversary, she volunteered her time and her service to come and make a film just about Dhammadharini in honor of this anniversary time. So she joined us for 10 days in July and filmed what was going on during that time and met with a number of our friends and community members, and she's put together a very, very beautiful film reflecting on the history of Dhammadharini, sort of as it is manifesting here and now today. You want to sort of say this is just like a snapshot of what was happening during those 10 days in July, and doesn't include all of the important people in Dhammadharini's history, but it does sort of show where we are now, having come out of these past 20 years. So let me share this beautiful film with you. Just a moment as I get it pulled up. Okay.
Dhammadharini was originally translated as women upholding the Dhamma in the feminine form. We focused on the Bhikkhuni practitioners and teachers, on providing space for those who wish to draw near, benefit from practicing together in the Bhikkhuni's teachings, and also there are the aspirants and those who aspired to enter into monastic life or who had already entered into monastic life, who wished to more fully live the monastic life or live it in the way envisioned and taught by the Buddha.
The intention was, with the founding, to show that women could uphold the Dhamma, that it was not limited to men, that it was at least a fourfold Sangha, not just bhikkhus and upasika, but also bhikkhuni. These were the 4 assemblies of the Buddha that he established and wished to be practicing well, able to transmit the Dhamma in each of these 4 assemblies. And the bhikkhuni part of it had been missing for a long time in Theravada Buddhism.
I felt very, very deeply, strongly in my heart then, the presence of aspiration here in this area. And a strong desire for there to be a women's monastic presence here.
Dhammadharini was founded in 2005 in Fremont, California by Ayyā Tathālokā and friends. There was a group of 20 friends who came together, and she was encouraged by some of her teachers and mentors that she should actually found a place for bhikkhunis in the US as she started to become senior enough that she could do that.
Having a place that was offered for bhikkhunis, specifically, particularly, and meant to support aspirants. That's our first milestone from 20 years ago, because there was not any other place in North America that was specifically dedicated in that kind of way. From that first year and every year since then, in the last 20 years, like 50 to 100 people interested in entering monastic life, exploring monastic life, have contacted us.
So Dhammadharini has 2 properties that are managed by the Support Foundation, and the monastics spend time at both of those places. One of them is Dhammadharini Monastery in Pen Grove, which is down on the valley floor near Sonoma Mountain. So there's a lovely outdoor space where people can come and spend time and do their practice. If people want to come and make offerings, if people want to come and speak to a bhikkhuni, if people want to hear Dhamma teachings, then that's much more easily accessible in Pen Grove. So then Dhammadharini also has our forest hermitage that actually we had before the monastery, and that's about 120 acres of a redwood forest. Mostly it's a place where you can come and just be in the forest and spend time in the quiet and really spending time with nature and away from all of the human reminders of all of our human conditioning. I really do see that Dhammadharini has been maturing over the years. There were people who, when Dhammadharini was founded, and all along, that are saying that they think what we're doing is impossible. You know, people saying that women won't be supported to live in this way, women won't be supported to keep the Vinaya strictly, which we are intending to, and that it's too difficult to integrate authentic mainstream Buddhist values into America, that's just too much of a cultural mismatch and too difficult. People say all of these things, but Dhammadharini, this is our 20th anniversary and we're still here and we're still doing it. And I think a lot of people have benefited enormously.
So I have seen the whole Sangha, Bhikkhuni Sangha, grow amazingly in that 20-year period. We've opened so many horizons, both in this country and internationally. We've brought many bhikkhunis from other countries here and had our bhikkhunis visit other places. So I hope to see more growth in that area.
In India, we don't have any training center for bhikkhunis. I was really desperate to find a teacher who can guide me through on this path. I came to know about Ayyā Tathālokā when I heard of her interviews, I read her articles and listened her Dhamma talk. Then I feel like she's my role model. When I come here, I realize what the real meaning of the Sangha is.
This is not only for ourselves that we come here, but this is for our generation and generation of the bhikkhuni. So it's important to learn first what is important, so you can then grow the seed in you, then back to your country you can spread for the Bhikkhuni Sasana. I think Ayyā Tathālokā also having that in her mind, that she just still keep on teaching even she's very sick. That's very touching.
All sorts of people come with a diversity of interests and needs and wishes. The most beautiful thing to me is when that does match up, when those who are seeking the Dhamma are able to come here and find it here in some form or another. That for me is like the most encouraging thing in monastic life, is that that connection can be made, and the Dhamma can be spread, that it can be shared and can grow and develop.
How lucky are we to have this Sangha of multicultural, multi-generational bhikkhunis here with us. It was daunting for me when I first came here by myself to show up to an event where I didn't know anybody, I didn't know anything really. I know a little bit about Buddhism, and it was such a good choice.
We feel like they are searching Dhamma and the realization of life. So we see like a true motivation from their sides to continue this. And if we have the capability, why don't we give them the support in our best?
I didn't come here just because it's women and I'm a woman. I came because they're kind. They're kind to everyone. And having a close relationship with a monastic is so precious.
There's a lot of turmoil, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. People feel unease, anxiety. Sometimes people can't find the answers, and no matter how much they look for. And I want to say that there's answers here at Dhammadharini. This is like a well of water in the middle of the desert.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
As we're beginning now our 21st Vasa and our third decade with Dhammadharini. So we see then that's first and second and also third generation is here sharing Dhamma and teaching and practicing together. I'm really happy about this. And I love to see what the next generation is like, of the sincere and dedicated bhikkhunis, how their hearts, their minds go for our part together in turning the Dhamma wheel forward.
So just really want to appreciate Kunwan for all her work and efforts in making this very beautiful film for us. I've seen it a number of times now, but I still like it. It's just like, it is a beautiful thing to have this support, to have this community. Speaking of Kunwan and her amazing qualities, we also, for our next thing for this event today, is that we wanted to share with you a little bit about what happened at the in-person event last weekend. And so we had taken some film from that, and we're trying to edit it into a beautiful form for you. And just yesterday, the day before,
Thursday night,
Juan volunteered to put it together for us, beautifully on very short notice. So she's took the video that came from our celebration last weekend, and she's made it into something beautiful for us again.
Appreciated her. She was up very late last night on the East Coast working on this.
So then, yes, this next portion, we're going to share that with you. And sharing especially about something very special that happened last weekend, which is, you can see behind me here, we have some new additions to our altar here. We have 2 larger reliquaries here and 5 smaller ones. And they came to us all last weekend, last Saturday. We have here the relics of the Arahant Teris from Sri Lanka, of Sanghamitta Teri and Anulatisa Teri in the larger reliquaries. And the story of how these came to us is an amazing and unexpected thing. We were not expecting this 2 weeks ago. So I'll just read. Ayyā Tathālokā wrote something about this, and then after that we'll watch the video. So we wanted to be very clear that her plan for offering something for the Venerable Bhikkhuni Sangha for this 20th anniversary, she wanted to offer something called votive stupa plaques. She wanted to take the earth from 4 stupas from the great Arahant Teris, 2 in India and 2 in Sri Lanka. That would be Mahapajapati Gautami Teri, Upalawana Teri, Both of them have stupas still in India that have recently been refound and restored. Also too, the Sanghamitta Teri and Anulatisa Teri in Sri Lanka. And so the idea was to gather the earth from those 4 stupas and bring them together and mix them with the clay from Aranyabodhi and make them into little stupa plaques that then could be given out at the time of the anniversary. And then there were some surprises that happened with that plan. First surprise was sacred earth was also collected and offered from long lost Sawati Maha Upasika Stupa of Lady Visakha. So one of the people who was collecting earth from the 4 great Arhat Teri stupas also collected earth from that Maha Upasika Stupa to combine together. And then that earth came here. It was delivered on the Poson Poya June full moon with great honor. And the plan again was to make it into little votive stupa plaques to give out. However, then a new offering came, and there was one Maha Upasika in Sri Lanka who heard about this and was so inspired by the devotion of the Bhikkhunis to gather this earth that she thought, well, why don't I send them relics? She made an adhitthana.
Like, why don't they ask for relics and maybe I can get relics for them?
Right. Well, yes, Ayyā Tathālokā will tell this story a little bit more in the video we're about to ask. But anyway, she made an adhitthana to be able to offer these relics. And with that, hearing about that, then the plan for the votive stupa plaques went on pause. And then through an amazing series of events, we were able to transfer these relics here. We had 3 Bhikkhuni emissaries from around the world who came together to offer them. This is really through the efforts, the merits of the International Bhikkhuni Sangha, because of them being gathered here in a dedicated way during this Vasa, sense of faith, striving, energy, so it became possible. So this is due to the merits of our 3 international Bhikkhuni ambassadors, all of whom ordained in Sri Lanka and have great faith. The enormous merits of our Maha Upasika benefactor and her Venerable Kalyanamitas in Anuradhapura. The enormous merits of our founding and 2025 Vasa supporters, Bhikkhuni ambassadors and Venerable Sangha members here. It was hard work with all of these people coming together to allow these relics to arrive here, and just want to appreciate that. So the idea is that the relics are ownerless. They are a global Buddhist heritage, and that many people from many countries have come together to allow them to be here just for a little while in our care for now, for our inspiration, upliftment, and to encourage us and point the way. So with that, I'll say a little bit more after the video, but let's show you the arrival of these relics and the journey of our Bhikkhuni ambassadors. Just a moment, let me get this video pulled up. So this is the painting wall mural at the Kelaniya Maharaja Viharaya in Sri Lanka, the image of Sanghamitta Teri arriving on the ship with the Bodhi tree to Sri Lanka, invited by Anulatisa Teri to offer Bhikkhuni ordination there. This is Ayyā Tathālokā visiting that painting in 2019. And then 2 of our Bhikkhuni ambassadors visiting it just a couple weeks ago. This is Ayyā Metta Jivi and Ayyā Tathālokā beginning their journey. Also there is the statue of Vihara Mahadevi. She was a queen of Sri Lanka, and she has a long and fascinating story that I won't tell you all of today, but she is a major reason why these stories and these relics have survived and come down to us. Why do we know about Sanghamitta Teri and Anulatisa Teri today. She's a big part of that reason. She was Queen of Sri Lanka a few generations after them and did a lot to preserve their story and pass it on to us today. So she is also honored here. This is Ayyā Tathālokā visiting her statue in 2019. And again, our ambassador is visiting it just a few weeks ago. Here they are in Colombo, ready to receive the relics. They have gathered together. Ayyā Metajivri from Cambodia, Ayyā Tathālokā from Germany, and Venerable Gautami from India, who is training in Sri Lanka. All of them had ordination, at least at some point, in Sri Lanka, and they gathered together for this special mission. They are on the flight together from Colombo to San Francisco, and then arriving in the car, carrying the relics with them on the tray, transmitting them faithfully. Meanwhile, we were having our anniversary event. There was tea time with our bhikkhunis, special tea, Korean-style tea ceremony offered by Ayyā Suchita visiting us, Ayyā Sobhana visiting us, Ayyā Santachita. We were happy to have all these teris with us for the anniversary time, and old friends having tea together while they were traveling. Their flight had been delayed. We were getting here late, but we started our event. We had tea time. We had friends gathering for the event. We had lighting of candles and some review of the history, offerings to the teris. We had a gathering of 3 out of 4 of Dhammadharini's past board presidents. Happy to see them all together there. We had Brenda, first board president. Susie was the 3rd, and Supatra, our current one, only missing Shari, though we did just see her in the video for a moment. Gathering them. Happy to see all of them together. We gave certificates of appreciation to many friends, Marina and Roger. And meanwhile, while all that was going on, the Bhikkhuni emissaries were arriving and being greeted in the traditional way with the golden umbrellas for honoring the relics that they were carrying. Out in the front, while our ceremony was going on, we had a welcoming committee that brought them in to the meditation hall here for the relics to rest, and they stayed and watched over the relics while the first part of our anniversary event was going on, until the time of their coming out together. And from here I will not seem to narrate. We'll just watch the video.
Ye sang sambodhyang kesum sammachitang supavitang adana patinisake anupadaya yerata. It says in the sutta, for whoever is a stream enterer or beyond, means they've opened the Dhamma eye, entered into the Arahanta path, irreversible, right? That's worthy to build a stupa for them, whether they're bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, upasaka, upasika, worthy to do so. So, being in those places then, feeling this earth element and the sense of this body, and then the earth element in the bones or relics or charcoals of those who opened their Dhamma eye, and those who became Arahantas, those who were great leaders of the Sangha, those who taught the Dhamma well, excellently, for the awakening, welfare, and well-being of the many folk. So during these 20 years of Dhammadharini, in 2005, I didn't know of a single Arahantari stupa existent in this world at that time. And we have 4. Arahantari stupas in India and Sri Lanka now. Up until 2 months ago, when sitting here, smaller crowd here together under the full moon, then the earth heat sterilized per legal recommendations. That sacred earth of those 4 stupas then arrived here in this spot, in this place, as it's been, as it is today here. I felt like for the Bhikkhunis, with the revival of the ordination, then also finding the stupas again, like if that was meaningful for me, I think I'm not so special. It will be meaningful for some others as well. And so for those for whom that's meaningful, then I felt like I'd like to offer. Some Maha-Upasaka in Sri Lanka, coming to know about that and hear about that, then felt like, oh, if the Bhikkhunis think about the Western monastics being so intellectual, like rational, intellectual, just like to meditate and study suttas, but like if they have this kind of devotion, and Maha-Upasika wrote to me like, why did you ask for the earth? Why ask for the earth? Why don't you ask for the relics? If you have that kind of heart. Arahantari stupas and relics for quite a while now have been in the dedicated care of the Venerable Bhikkhuni Sangha. And it's such a joy to me to think of them now being carried in the care of Venerable International Bhikkhuni Sangha and coming to be in Bhikkhuni's place with those dedicated 4 assemblies of the Buddha who have been so supportive of there being 4 assemblies of the Buddha in this realm, in this time and space, in this very life here.
We are so happy we do our service with the joy, and we are very grateful to be here and deliver the thing completely.
It really was a great opportunity to serve the sasana, and also luckily all 3 venerables sitting here have links of ordination from the land of Sri Lanka. We were grateful to the Sri Lankan tradition that they allowed monastics to step first, and Venerable Mataji was carrying the relics, and so she was the senior most, and so every step she took was the foremost. So taking the bus, taking the flight, taking the seat, everything was honored. And in her form, we saw Sangamita Theri and Ananda Devi Theri being venerated and respected, and in a way, like celebrated by people of Sri Lanka to, okay, with due permission, we move forward.
The names of the Bhikkhunis are, in India, the Parinibbana Stupa of Mahapajapati Gautami Theri, and a large number of the founding mothers of the Bhikkhuni Sangha in the village, outside village Birpur in Vaishali, which means Vaisali in India. The great miracle stupa of Upalawana Theri, foremost of the Buddha's Bhikkhuni disciples in spiritual powers, in Sankisa, also called Sankasha, in India. The cremation stupa of Sankamita Mahateri in Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka, and the bone relic stupa of Anula Tisa Teri in Mahintale. It's not far from Anuradhapura, the area where Mahinda Thero first arrived in Sri Lanka. So she's Sri Lanka's first Bhikkhuni Arahanta. So these 4 Arahant Teri stupas, plus the 5th is in Sahavati, Shravasti, in India, the Maha-Upasika Visakha's stupa. These are the 5. May the power of these blessings be of great benefit to us.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sambuddhassa mahakaruniko netho Pore tva paramai sabbe pata sampati matamai Jawa jena hatate jaya mangala.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yes. Just wanted to share all of that with you. It was a beautiful thing, and for all of us to know about that. We have here one of our Bhikkhuni emissaries who helped to carry the relics from Sri Lanka.
Maybe 2, actually.
2? We have 2.
Ayagotami may be on also. I hear she might be having network issues, but
okay. Well, at least we have Ayyā Tathālokā here. Oh, Ayagotami, yes, she is here. Wonderful. May we invite our 2 Bhikkhuni emissaries who are here to say a few words, share about the meaningfulness of this mission as Bhikkhunis. May we invite you, my ordination sister, Venerable Thisarani. May we invite you and also Ayagotami to say a few words.
Thank you, Venerable Sangha. Thank you so much, and also for their Dhamma friends. We come together to the special moment. And when I see this video, and I remember the time, I have so much emotion, so much gratitude for this possibility that I can, this mission, joy, and I have so much gratitude for Ayyā Tathālokā, for the work, for the Bhikkhunis, and she gave me also so much strong for my praxis, for the work in the monastery. Thank you so much, Ayyā. Thank you so much, the Sangha. I feel in the Dhammadharini, I feel this strong, and every Bhikkhunis, Samaneris, and Anagarikas, and Upasika come together. This strong is this power from the Dhamma, from the energy. Yeah, when we together, this is so powerful, and the world now. He so much need the metta, so much need the Dhamma. And this idea with the reliquien for the Arahats, This is so wonderful. I thank you so much from my heart for this possibility.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Venerable. Gautami, may we invite you to say a few words about this mission and what was meaningful to you about this as a bhikkhuni?
Firstly, I bow down to all the senior Venerable Bhikkhunis present online as well as their Dhammadharini. It was really an opportunity which I could never imagine, even in my dreams. Still feels like some magical moment. To be with so many senior bhikkhunis is itself a blessing, but then having an opportunity to carry the relics of the great Arhant Sanghamita Theri, who again I belonging to India. I have great I don't know. I feel in depth for her for traveling all the way from India to Sri Lanka, and because of her, the Bhikkhuni lineage is still on. And so my hometown belonged to the area where King Ashoka once ruled and where Venerable Sanghamita Theri was born. So really, really felt attached and blessed and cannot explain, like felt like opportunity to serve Venerable Bhikkhuni, to travel even far across the ocean, like as if she wanted to say that no, my journey is was not only to be meant only till Sri Lanka, but now it's the time for the Dhamma to spread across oceans, like limitless. Now again the Bhikkhuni Sasana has to revive, and yeah, it was very, very powerful thing to help Venerable Theri's relics cross the big Pacific Ocean all the way reaching to Ayyā Tathālokā at Dhammadharini Sangha beautifully, who have set forth already the first Bhikkhuni monastery and working really hard since 20 years. So, wow, what a celebration. La Devi Theri, the first Bhikkhuni, both joined hands from Sri Lanka and crossed the ocean by giving us the opportunity to help them cross the ocean and support the Dhammadharini monastery and all the Bhikkhunis internationally to just move on, and may everyone attain arhanship as they once envisioned for all the bhikkhunis. Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Venerables, for your mission, for your service, and for being here with us today and telling us about it. Very good to see you again. Glad you made it all safely home again, too. Okay. From here, then I would like to, we are a little bit behind schedule, but we want to have a little bit of time to, for anyone here to share. I know many of you have been friends for a long time. You've been here maybe 20 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 1 year, but for all of you who are here today for some reason, and something about Dhammadharini has touched you, that inspired you to come to the 20th anniversary celebration. And I'd just like to invite for, we have about 15 minutes of sharing. Let's see, also we have some of our, like to invite first if any of our more senior bhikkhunis would like to speak. Ayyā Palanyani, Ayyā Marajina, Ayyā Brahmavara. Ayyā Palanyani, I see you unmuting. May I invite you to say a few words?
Yes. Thank you for the invitation. I'm so happy to join this event, and I'm very, very grateful. Maybe you have seen it and you remember what you have seen just recently. I was in one of those pictures, namely the ordination in 2010 in Aranya Bodhi Hermitage. And that was such a beautiful event, such a life-changing, unexpected event. And I was so happy that I saw pictures of Lal, and when I was here on screen, I saw Udana and the little girls who were really like 3 or 4, maybe at that time, now are grown-ups. It's incredible. So a lot of time has passed since then, and Ayyā Tathālokā has not ceased and not has tired to gather bhikkhunis around her and to be a source of inspiration for other women to go forth and to give them the opportunity. And also when I see the pictures, I understand how intermingled we are. Like when Anuvedita ordained with you, she ordained with you because I could not yet, because I was still too young. So, but Ayyā Tathālokā volunteered to ordain her in my place. So, and Jutindara now being there. So this is all kind of very touching. And I'm sitting here with very, very fond and warm feelings. Since we have only 15 minutes left for everybody to say something, I want to stop here. But please know that I'm very, very grateful for everything, for all the seniors over there, and for Ayati and for Ayya Sobana.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Many blessings.
Sadhu, thank you for your sharing. Very glad you could be with us today. And right, yes, Marajina. Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Well, a very, very warm, literally, very warm hello. And thank you so much for everything, because I wasn't able to join at the very beginning of the broadcast, but I remember 2010 in Aranya Bodhi when there was nothing there, and we didn't have this monastery that we have now. So very beautiful. It's really a testament. All photos of like 15 bhikkhus. This is just wow, testament to Ayyā Tathālokā's devotion, her discipline, her grace. And so many of us are recipients of that. So I want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge with gratitude the work that I know is there behind the scenes every day for all the bhikkhunis, the seminaries, upasakas, anagarikas, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I rejoice. And that's all.
Sadhu, sadhu. Yes, very glad you could join us, and very glad that you're a part of this story, this history with us. And may it continue. Right. Let's see. May I invite who's next?
Bhikkhuni Dhammadina is unmuted.
Okay. Yes, Bhikkhuni Dhammadina, please.
It was amazing to see over the past 2 decades in the Dhammadharini monastery
how it's growing. It's very beautiful. I feel like I was there when I see all the pictures. I don't feel like I'm looking from the screen, but I feel like I'm in there with the Bhikkhuni Sangha. Actually, it's amazing. I pay my respect to Most Venerable Ayyā Tathālokā Mahathiri and the Dhammadharini Bhikkhuni Sangha. The monastery has grown from humble and beginning into the radiant beacon of the Dhamma. I see that beauty. All the videos and then all the sceneries and environments and the redwood trees and everything was kind of like a samadhi while I was watching that. So I wish you all the best, and may the light of the Bhikkhuni lineage continue in the Dhammadharini to illuminate the path for all the beings with courage, clarity, and wondrous combination. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu. Right. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Any volunteers? I know there's a number of people who have been here for a long time. Vivian, Darlene, I think you've been here since the beginning or almost. Would you like to say a few words?
I'll say a few words. Yes, I was privileged to know Ayyā Tathālokā and the intention to create Dhammadharini. And I was there in Fremont. And as I was lightening myself, I was able to share some of the worldly goods, furnishings with Dhammadharini, and it enlightened me. So always good that it's useful for others. It's a great opportunity to watch, following an intention, its flowering, its establishment, the challenges, and so on and so forth. And also that in remembering this, where I myself was in my practice 20 years ago and where I am now, and we're all a community. And while I don't make an appearance too often, you are all in my hearts and minds, locally and internationally. Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciating all of your support for Ayyā Tathālokā's medical care. That you're definitely a part of why we still have her here with us.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else like to speak? Welcome to raise your hand. Old friends and new. Darlene? Yes, please. Okay, can you need to unmute yourself.
There, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, perfect.
I remember way back in 2005 having met Ayyā Tathālokā at a retreat, and that was at Wapatona Soren when I think I first met her, and then shortly after I received a telephone call from a mutual Dhamma friend saying that Ayyā Tathālokā was opening up a vihara and they needed some assistance. So I was living in Oakland at the time, and so I drove down and became a very active member in supporting Ayyā Tathālokā and the establishment of the Dhammadharini vihara. It was a joy. I was amazed that it was being established, and I just loved going there, spending time with Ayyā Tathālokā and Ayyā Sutinta. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And I was just astonished that at that time there were only 6 Bhikkhunis in North America, and I knew 2 of them. And now Ayya's dream has come to fruition because the Bhikkhuni Sangha has flourished. It has flourished in the United States and in Germany, in Europe, and in Asia. And it gladdens my heart to have such a wonderful Sangha take its place in the Buddhist Theravada tradition. I don't know what else to say, but to say that it gladdens my heart. I celebrate all of the work that all the bhikkhunis, the anagarikas, and supporters of the Theravada monastic community, particularly the bhikkhunis, for their dedication, their warmth, their wisdom, and their great joy and metta that they bring to the world. I salute you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Thank you for being with us for 20 years and also today. Okay. What else? Let's see.
Ayyā Brahmavara.
Yes, Ayyā Brahmavara. Would you like to say a few words? Yes? Okay.
Yes, I would. Oh, this is such a moving occasion. I feel so glad and grateful to be here with you. Big respects to all the Bhikkhuni Sangha and to Venerable Ayyā Tathālokā, our preceptor for so many of us. For me, Dhammadharini is the place where I had the opportunity to take Bhikkhuni ordination, and there is no, there's no words really to convey this possibility, this opportunity at this time for us all, those women who wish to go forth, that is possible. And I feel that, there's so much that we can't express on an occasion like this. There's so much more that could be said regarding the challenges and the struggles and the courage and the fortitude, the patient endurance of our senior bhikkhuni, venerable sisters. And I feel just so much respect and gratitude, and to see that the flowering and the flourishing of the Bhikkhuni Sangha at Dhammadharini, and the sort of, so many of us from all over the globe are here from having taken this opportunity to take strength and support and to be enabled in this holy life by all the work that has been done. So 3 bows of deep gratitude to our preceptor, Ayyā Tathālokā, to all the senior bhikkhunis, and may we all continue to practice for liberation, taking support and encouragement from this occasion and for all that has been done and for all the future flourishing that will be happening.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Ayyā. Glad to have you with us. I think we have time for 1 or 2 more. I wonder, could I invite Dennis? Are you happy to say something?
That's who I had my eye on also, on
Yes.
behalf of Alliance for Bhikkhunis.
Yes. Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, so Dennis, I think you're here perhaps representing Alliance for Bhikkhunis. Would you like to say a few words? Welcome.
Yes, thank you. I'm happy to be able to attend, and I'm very inspired by all the speakers. I've been a supporter of Bhikkhunis for many years and recently have had the opportunity to join the board of directors for the Alliance for Bhikkhunis. I'm very new in that role, so I don't think I can speak with too much history or authority for the organization, but I have appreciated Ayyā Tathālokā's leadership, as many have commented, very inspiring. And I hope that as representative of this lay organization, Alliance for Bhikkhunis, we can continue to collaborate and to bring lay people together, to offer support to Dhammadharini. We've offered support to Dhammadharini over the many years and also to many other Bhikkhuni monasteries and communities all around the world. And as you commented about your earlier photo slideshow, the role of lay people, I think, is very important. And we all have to work together as a fourfold Sangha. And so I'm happy to have had this opportunity to do that myself over many years. And I hope to be able to continue and that Alliance for Bhikkhunis can continue to support Bhikkhunis around the world for many years to come, and to watch the continuing growth and flourishing of Dhammadharini in particular, celebrating your 20th anniversary. So congratulations and best wishes for the next 20 years.
Sadhu. Yes, thank you very much for both for your own friendship and support over many years, and also in this role with Alliance for Bhikkhunis. We, have done so much, and so what a wonderful organization, and happy to have you with us representing them, and as yourself also.
Thank you.
Sadhu.
That's a good segue to Nuchada.
Well, yeah, so I just want to acknowledge we've come to the end of what was our scheduled and announced time. And if anyone needs to depart at this point, please feel welcome to do so. I think we have about another 15 or 20 minutes if people are willing to hang out.
Do you want to go to Nuchada first maybe? And then if we want to play some videos after that?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, may we invite Nuchada on behalf of Dhammadharini Support Foundation to say a few words.
Thank you. Would it be okay that I share my screen?
Yes, let's we can make her a co-host. Make her a co-host.
I think we have too many co-hosts.
No,
it's not letting. I don't have that power.
Oh, I see. I have the power. All right. All right, I have the power. You are now a co-host. Please.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's still morning here in California. So I'm just going to have a short presentation for Dhammadharini for this 20th anniversary. So over 2,500 years ago, the goal of Gautama Buddha was simple but yet profound: to help all beings bring an end to the dukkha. His mission was carried forward by his first and second assemblies, the bhikkhus and the bhikkhunis, through the spreading of the Dhamma. Today, as one of the members of the fourth assembly, the Upasikas, I invite you not only to be the recipient of the benefit of the Dhamma, but also to take part in sharing it with the world. Even for those of us who are not yet qualified to teach directly, we can help the Sangha grow strong so that the Dhamma continues to flourish for generations to come. This too is the act of giving, a way for one being to help countless others in the samsara. Today I want to congratulate Dhammadharini for being a trailblazer in strengthening the second assembly of the fourfold Sangha, the Bhikkhunis, not only here in the United States, but across the globe. Let us come together to support the Sangha and fill this light so that it shines brightly for another 20 years and beyond. As a Buddhist, I believe in merit, or boon in Thai. The wholesome karma the wholesome karma that we accumulated throughout our good deeds. My heartfelt wish is that all of us gather here to be protected and blessed by the merit you have cultivated, not only in this life, but in all the lives you have lived before. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So I have another slide that it's an announcement. So we are very gladly to have our first in many, many years in-person in-person meditation retreat that will be held on September 20th in Foster City. And that will be led by Ayyā Marajina and Venerable Kakachayana. And this event has already been open for registration on Dhammadharini website. If you are local to the Bay Area, I am warmly invite everyone to join this event. You'll be able to meet the monastics in person, not only Ayyā Marajina and Venerable Kakachayana, but all other monastics that have, spent the Vasa with us, and they will be there to help mentor the participants in the meditation and Dhamma talk. And that's all I have for today. Thank you, Ayyā, for giving me this opportunity to speak. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Nuchita speaking on behalf of Dhammadharini Support Foundation as one of our board of directors members. Thank you for joining us. All right. Well, with that, we have a few video messages to share from those who were not able to join us live, and then we'll have some closing blessing chanting, and that will be the close of our program. So let me go to our video messages. Just a moment. Okay. Well, this is I watched this before. Luang Prabhupasana was not sideways. Maybe
do a different one first. Let me try downloading it.
Yes, I definitely saw a non-sideways version before. Let's see. Does it change? No, it just stays sideways. Okay.
Okay. How about do a different one and I'll download.
All right. We will come back to Luang Prabhupasana, hopefully setting him upright in a moment,
acknowledging that he's senior and would be first. But
yes, let me try a different video, and we'll come back to that one in a moment. So this is from Ayyā Santini Mahateri of Indonesia, who did appear in a number of those photos we saw earlier as part of the various ordinations around the world, and also our Cambodian Dhamma Yatra mission in 2019-2020. So great elder leading Bhikkhuni, and here's her message for us.
Namo Buddhaya. Beloved Venerable Ayyā Tathālokā, esteemed Bhikkhuni Sangha.
Hang on. Can you hear that? Online? Sound is okay?
Nodding.
Okay.
Cherished Dhamma companions and honored guests, today with hearts united in mudita, joyful appreciation, we celebrate a gift to the Sasana, 20 years of Dhammadharini's noble presence, 2 decades of unwavering Sila, Samadhi, Panya, preserving the Buddha's teachings, sustaining the Bhikkhuni Sangha, and cultivating metta, loving kindness that knows no bounds. How brightly this path has shone. Under Ayyā Tathālokā's Panya guided leadership, Dhammadharini has become a vihara, sanctuary where the Dhamma is not just studied but embodied with wisdom and conduct. Bhikkhunis flourish as Dipa, or islands of liberation in the Theravada tradition. The radiant union of Sada, or faith, and Panya, or wisdom, ignites hearts as knowledge flows freely like a boundless river. Through these 20 years, Dhammadharini has stood as a pillar of hope, demonstrating how the Dhamma thrives when scholarship, practice, and inclusivity intertwine. To Ayyā Tathālokā and the Bhikkhuni Sangha, your unwavering courage has turned obstacles into stepping stones, ensuring the Bhikkhuni lineage not only endures but ascends to new heights. To every supporter, your generosity, whether through action, resources, or Dhamma sharing, has been the foundation beneath this mighty Bodhi tree. As we honor this legacy, let us step forward with hearts ablaze with commitments. Uphold this light for generations to come, carry the torch of liberation ever onward. As we stand in gratitude for these 20 sacred years, let our hearts turn toward the future with fearless resolve. May Dhammadharini forever light the way for Bhikkhunis yet to come, as star guide travelers through the night. Weave timeless truth into the fabric of our changing world. Send ripples of Dhamma across oceans and generations like a bell whose resonance knows no end. By the grace of the Triple Gem, may Dhammadharini's next decades be a lamp growing ever brighter against the darkness of ignorance, a Sangha rooted like mountains, yet flowing like a river, a vision that awakens the world anew. Happy 20th anniversary Dhammadharini, Sabbe Sata, Bhavantu Sukhitata. May all beings be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I can screen share.
Okay. Are you sharing sound?
Greetings to everyone. Ayyā Tathālokā, Ayyā Sobhana, all the Bhikkhunis, seminaries, anagarikas, laymen, laywomen who've gathered on this special occasion. Just to take this opportunity to express my delight, appreciation, amazement. 20 years of Dhammadharini coming into being and establishing itself and bringing blessings to many, many people for these 20 years. It was, I can remember when it first, the seed first was beginning to germinate, and Lupa Mahaprasad really encouraged Ayyā Tathālokā to establish her own place and to set it up and to be nearby, which was him in Fremont. And that was the beginnings, the house in Fremont of Dhammadharini. And it's and of course there's been a tremendous interest and you know, there's been ups and downs. That's ordinary. The Abhayagiri has had its ups and downs, but I think the main thing is that the community has been committed to an integrity of living a holy life, and one does that for the benefit of those who, for ourselves as religious seekers and wishing to live with good spiritual friends, and then also for the benefit of, as it is in the old translations of the suttas, for the many folk, all the lay people who are interested in the Dhamma, who see the Sangha as a source of good example and inspiration. So that just to take this opportunity to delight in the goodness has been done, and this is something that is really important and to acknowledge and recognize. As I say, that yeah, there's always ups and downs, and sometimes you wonder. And it's, for myself, I'm sitting leading a community. I said, "What the heck am I doing?" But then it's you realize the commitment is to the teachings that the Buddha laid down, the Dhamma and the Vinaya, and as we chant on a regular basis in the morning, this is Ati Kalayana Mache Kalayana Pariyo Sahana Kalayana, beautiful in the beginning, beautiful in the middle, beautiful in the end. And this is something to uplifting for ourselves and uplifting for other people, to draw close to this, and to so that as and then 20 years have passed, it really is important to recollect, to reflect, and to delight in. This is the function of anusati, recollection. When the traditional recollections of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, recollection of Sila, recollection of generosity, recollection of the Devas. These are things to delight in, so that the recollection of the goodness that has been done, again by you as a community, but then also by the whole community that has been a part of this 20-year project. It's something to really delight in, and then to support the inspiration or encouragement, and then to take that forward with the sense of how to maintain a connection with this Dhamma Vinaya, how to nurture Kalyanamitta, good spiritual friendships with ourselves and the extended community, because that's really what brings blessings, is this a harmony and integrity of Sangha. So just to take this opportunity to express my delight, my anumodana in the goodness that has been done, and to give my blessings for the moving into the future with this 20 years of experience behind you. So sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. All right. And Longpo Pasado didn't give himself credit there, but he also was very encouraging for the founding of Dhammadharini, and has been, he and all of Abhayagiri has been really incredibly supportive and friendly to us over the years, which we very much appreciate.
Sadhu, sadhu. Yes, we do. All right. Well, with that, we're coming towards the close of our program, and we're going to close with some blessing chanting. This is the chanting from our evening program last weekend, with all of our Bhikkhuni Sangha gathered with the relics and what they're chanting. I'd like to put some subtitles on it so people can know. But what they're chanting is the recollection of the 13 foremost Arahant Bhikkhunis that are mentioned in the Pali Canon in Anguttara Nikaya as being the foremost in various qualities named by the Buddha in that way. All of them Arahants, and all of them worthy of remembering, worthy of honoring, and giving us inspiration that the present day Bhikkhuni Sangha, Dhammadharini, and all of our worldwide interconnections, all of this Bhikkhuni Sangha may be following the example of the great Arhantaris, and of course of our great first teacher, the Buddha, who has offered all of this to us, this Bhikkhuni Sangha. So I will play this chanting for you. Okay. Hearing this? Not hearing it. Okay. You share this one?
I don't have it downloaded. I'm downloading it right now. All right, everyone, I had a computer failure last night, which complicated our tech here.
Looking previously.
Almost there. Sorry.
Bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam ratanyunam yadidam mahapajapajikotami etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam mahapanyanam yadidam kema etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam edimantinam yadidam gopalavanna etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam vinayadaranam yadidam bhattaccara etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam dhammakapihanam yadidam dhammadinna etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam jayinam yadidam nanda etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam aradhaviriyanam yadidam sona etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam bhikkhuninam devacakukhanam yadidam sakula etadadam bhikkhave mamasavikanam Bhikkhuninam Kippa Vinyanam Yadidam Bhadda Kundalakesa Etadakam Bhikkhave Mama Savikanam Bhikkhuninam Kubbe Nivasam Anusarantilam Yadidam Bhadda Kavilani Etadakam Bhikkhave Mama Savikanam Bhikkhuninam Mahavinyapattanam Yadidam Padakachana Etadakam Bhikkhave Mama Savikanam Bhikkhuninam Lokajivadaranam Yadidam Kisagotami Etadakam Bhikkhave Mama Savikanam Bhikkhuninam Sattadimuttanam Yadidam Singhamatani Metta Vihariya Bhikkhuni Vasanna Buddha Sasane Bhakti Gache Padam Santam Sangharupasamam Sunam.
Sadhu, sadhu. These blessings of the Buddha, of the Arahant Teres, be for you, for all of us, for Dhammadharini's continuation, and for our interconnections with the world, that we may all be moving towards awakening together.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
With that, we can close by paying our respects to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha together. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.